Hi, we're the Satanic Surfers, and you're watching Unraveled. Never have I ever.
The rules are simple. This is a never have I ever type of game, as I said. And I'm going to ask you 10 questions. If you've done any of the things that I'm asking, you take a sip from your beer and you tell us a story behind it.
Well, it's the first thing that came to mind. I'm sure I've done it a bunch of times, but the first thing that came to mind was when I was 18. I was spray painting, and one time so a security guard was doing his round, and my friend who was spray painting at the time he ran away, but I was like caught like a deer in the headlights. So and then I had to go to court, and I had to defend myself, and I made it. So.
Also a security guard thing. Skateboarding behind a shop, getting caught by security guards. Not a very fun story, but yeah, arguing with them, and then I'm leaving, they're leaving, and then 10 minutes later we're back skateboarding.
Handcuffs? I've been detained by police, but I've never been in actual handcuffs. I don't know. I fell downstairs a couple of times, and not just like I fell down a couple of stairs, a flight of stairs. I actually fell downstairs. But I guess I didn't die. I got diabetes once, but I guess it's a rather chronic thing. But I don't know. I'm sure I've been, but I'm too oblivious to note that. Oh, I was really caught. Oh, one time actually, we were outside a show, and a guy who looked really dangerous was walking across the street, and he did like this, like I'm watching you kind of thing, to a guy that was supposedly behind me. And I was like drunk and like, yeah, but I'm watching you, and I have 4 eyes, and you only have 2. So I did like this, and he did like this, and then he like mustered up and did like this, and someone like who was on my side ran up to him like, hey, let's go over here, you know. And then afterwards I found out he just got out of jail for double homicide. So,
Wow.
So 4 eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, also skateboard related. When I was probably 13 or 14, going down a hill like this, crossing a road where there's cars, and we're doing something stupid. We had skateboards like this, and we're sitting down on skateboards right in front of each other, right in like a catapult.
Oh yeah.
So we're sitting down and crossing the street, and then a car like this, like literally like half a meter. That was, yeah, and then we would have been killed because we're sitting down also. So it's like just. I remember my brother was standing up on the hill and he was watching everything. We're all shaking. So yeah, that was really close. And also on the street in Malmö, Bergsgatan, walking home drunk one night. All same thing, crossing the street like this. So, yeah, twice, really close.
I live on that street.
Yeah.
Wait, were you driving?
Well, thanks.
I peed myself when I was a kid, but I never peed myself from laughter. Let's see. You know, I dumpster dived, if that counts. So I dove into a dumpster, or actually walked into a dumpster, took some stuff, like bread, and then I went home and ate it. Dumpster diving, it was punk. I was very obsessed with being punk. I could afford food, but I...
Never tried that.
Okay, once we were playing in Japan with Satanic, and So we just played a set. The Japanese crowd is very happy and excited. And then as I take my bass guitar off, I accidentally hit Rodrigo in the jaw. So he goes like ah, and the crowd suddenly goes completely silent, and he looks at me and like he's angry with me, and then he understands it was like an accident, and then he hugs me, and I hug him back, and the crowd goes like oh. It wasn't so awkward, but it was interesting.
Yeah, think of something. I mean, on stage there's a lot of awkward moments, but think of one now. Probably one, not a specific.
Haven't you slipped once?
Yeah, that's true. I have like, yeah, that's on video, but it's a long time ago. We played the intro. There's a lot of people, and then I think I jumped or something a long time ago when I still was jumping, and I just like this and just fell down. So that's like half a minute into the set. So it was.
I still do that. I mean, I go to a guy and he does it really cheap, and then I come home and it looks like cheap. And fun part about that is I only cut what I see. So then it's always lacking in the back end. Okay, so
What did you find?
I was in a radio contest, and I called in and I said my name, and they said, okay, please hold. You're on you're gonna win the ticket or whatever it was. And then and you call during when they play a song, and then when that song is ended, that's when they, hey, we got a caller, blah blah blah. And by that time they had Googled me. And they said stuff about me that, oh, we see that you're playing bass in blah blah blah, and I thought that was weird. So I cross-checked everything they said. I googled myself, but I've googled myself other times.
I don't know. Just found a lot of weird photos, I guess. Nothing. I mean, yeah, it's mostly satanic photos. I don't know why I Google myself. It happens when I'm alone.
Who's that live? The shows.
You just repeat the one you just sang.
70s.
The real tricky problem there is if you forget the very first words, then you can't repeat anything. Then you go like.
Then you say words that sound similar.
Yeah, you can also do that. Cranny, truly, tranny, rude.
There's one line in one of the new songs. I have no idea what it is. Whoa, like, but whoa. Surfing, you know. No, I don't believe in regrets. I've felt regrets, but I didn't regret it. Do you understand? You can feel like, ooh, that was maybe not a good thing of me to do, or I shouldn't have pressed send. But to me, regret is like going on and on about it and saying, oh, I totally regret that. So I'm gonna say no or yes or whatever. I'm not gonna drink. I received a noise complaint in Greece from a woman who was living in the room underneath in the hotel. And we were being drunk brats, so we deserved it. But at the time when she complained, that was nothing. We had been worse before, and we were being
worse afterwards. But so I couldn't really take her seriously because she picked the wrong moment.
I don't remember this. My neighbor told me afterwards, like a day after, I rang Eleonora like during the night. Me and my brother had a party like a long time ago, and there was a lot of people, and then she was banging on the door, and everything just went completely silent at the party. That's her story. I don't remember it. And then she told me about it. Like, me and my brother was like, that didn't happen. Yes, it did. And we were just, there's no party here. That's what we try to do, like 10 people of us. She wasn't happy. But I don't remember it. It's a long time ago.
Have you ringed on someone?
Yes, I have.
Me too. I pounded the ceiling like, shut up!
I went to court with one guy just to get him evicted because he was an asshole. That's the kind of guy I am.